I went to school, I studied art. So part of that study brought me to Italy. And I think coming home from there is where I realized that I loved food. It was my first time experiencing a culture that was like so focused on food, and life happened around the table. And that's kind of how I got the thought in my head that, oh, people make a living through food. I kind of want to do this. My name is Ashley Rodriguez, and my blog is Not Without Salt. I've been blogging for a really long time. It's kind of crazy, but when we were living in LA and I was working at Spago, I would come home and I just have these crazy stories that I was telling my husband, and I think that was the first time he's like, you should start a blog. And then Roman came along, her second child, and things really shifted, and I wanted to be more homeward focused, but I also wanted to continue my career in food. And so that's when Not Without Salt was born, and that's when I really started focusing on getting better at writing the recipes. That's when I realized that I actually enjoyed writing. And so it became more of an honest window into our everyday life. And it wasn't just about the food, it was also about life around the table. My husband and I are both freelancers, so we kind of split our time. So I work in the mornings and he has afternoons, evenings. So I'll try and find a quiet moment that the kids aren't in the house that I can cook and then shoot it. But also we eat the food that I cook, so it's very real. And then I'll process the images and then usually head up to the office to write about it and to kind of tell the story behind the dish once it's been eaten and devoured. There are so many different things and places that inspire me, and I'm finding that I have to be a bit more intentional with making sure that I am getting inspired. It's so important just for me to sit down and take the time to like flip through a cookbook. I love that I have cookbooks coming out of every corner of this house. And yeah, so I love being inspired by my peers and people who have the same passion. You don't have to have a fancy set of pots and pans. You don't have to have the best equipment. Really what's important are the ingredients and the technique, and also the company that you're having it with. There's something that happens within me when I eat good food and a good meal that it makes me feel more loved than anything ever could. And so that's also what I want to share. And you know, I think that's what I sort of fall back on as a mom too. I have my strengths and I have my weaknesses, but what I know that I can do and what I, learned early on is I can't be everything for these little people, but what I can do is give them a good meal and help facilitate these memories around different tastes and different smells and different moments, and we can spend time cooking together in the kitchen, and to me that feels simple, but it's so much. It's, I recognize that that is a gift for them. My name is Ashley Rodriguez. I write the blog Not Without Salt, and I'm here for your inspiration.